Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. Thanks for the support on my channel. Thanks for all the comments. The comments are the reason we're going to learn more. You guys are all throwing out your knowledge, and it's helping because I'm learning things from you guys. I did 2 scenario videos, and I really haven't talked about any of the comments. So the first one was withholding information. Yes, as a security coordinator of our community on our scenario, I was withholding information. The reason is so you guys come back and watch the next video. If I throw everything out there, there will be no suspense. So that's one reason. But I did not think of it in actual real world situation. What am I going to do with information? People are entitled to that. If they're part of the community and they're risking their life to protect us all, they're just as entitled to that information as I am. Now, I have to be careful about giving information out that could be very psychologically damaging and troubling to people. So, is it my job just to have a group meeting and throw this information out? I don't think so. I think I owe it to the head of the households. It could be a lady in the head of the household or a man. They know their children. They know the people in their house better than I do. They might know that some people are right now having a hard time dealing with things. So if I throw this out, like maybe cannibalism, that's wide practice, it might really push these people over the edge. So yes, I would put this information out to the head of the house. They can then turn this information down to their loved ones. It's their job. They run their own house. I don't want the government today putting their nose in my house, so I wouldn't want to do that to them. So yes, information will be given out. A few comments on lanterns. Why'd you use that primitive lantern? Why didn't you have a rechargeable? Just probably theatrics. I do have a couple rechargeables. They work excellent. The whole lighting thing needs to be a video. I do practice what I preach. I live this on my homestead, so I just don't buy this stuff and put it in the closet. I use it. The reason I use it is because I like to find out if it's going to work or not. If it's going to work, I want to go buy 2 or 3 of them. If it doesn't work, no, I don't want to buy anymore. I don't want to find out it's a piece of junk in a survival situation. It might not be a raw situation. It might be the power's out because we had a bad storm and it's going to be out for a week. I want to know what I stock is good stuff. Martial law was brought up. I truly believe martial law will be enacted. In a raw situation, definitely. The reason I'm talking about a raw situation, if you can handle a raw situation, you can handle every other emergency that comes up that's not as big as a raw. That's what I'm talking about, a raw. This is the guys prep for earthquakes, tornadoes, loss of a job. That's probably the biggest one that if you have a year's supply of food stocked and you lose your job, you're so much ahead of the group. Fuel. We did get 220 gallons from Mr. Peterson, and it was preserved. We found out that it had stable in it. This is the product I use. There's products better out there. I would like your input. What is a better product? Don't go off what the internet says. If you're using a product and you think it's a better product than stable, tell everybody about it so we can get the best product for preserving gasoline. We got the gas, so questions came up about trading. A trade between 2 people, one person might look at that product and say, I don't need that. The other person might say, wow, I need that so bad, this would help me. Let's say a farmer. You're a farmer, you have good ground, you have plenty of seeds, you have fertilizer, but you don't have fuel to till up your land. So to a farmer, that's important. If he can get that gas, he can grow a product, he can trade that product, and have a livelihood in a raw situation. So everyone's going to look at a product differently. When you're trading, don't take their first offer. If you go to any flea market in the South and you find something you like, they're going to throw a number out there. Don't accept it. That number's higher because they expect you to dicker and barter with them and to eventually come up with a price. So it's perfectly acceptable. You need to work on that skill. That is a skill that's going to save your life. I mean, if you just take their first offer, you probably could have got the product maybe 30% less. So dickering is an acceptable means. Don't be embarrassed. Oh no, I just got to pay him what it's worth, what he thinks it's worth. Dicker with him. Another comment was the 4 stars on the new flag. I will address that in maybe the next one or the one after that. A new flag, a new power base is forming out of the, 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 Mr. Peterson, he traveled on a plane to Charleston. So even if he was a prepper, he probably couldn't carry what he wanted to carry. So, but he did improvise. He got whatever he could find. This doesn't mean he probably should have carried a nice, not a big rucksack, but just a day bag. He didn't have anything like that, so what did he put his stuff in? He put it in a suitcase with wheels on it. You'll find out what happened to his suitcase with wheels. It's not designed to travel across the state. So he improvised. You're going to have to improvise. There's no guarantee. You might have the best bug out bag. You might lose your bug out bag. It might be destroyed. So you have to have that knowledge base to be able to survive with anything. To look at a product and say, whoa, maybe it's a mirror in a rest stop. You don't have a knife, maybe break the mirror, but you have some tape, duct tape in your vehicle. Find the best piece that resembles a knife, take the duct tape, wrap it around, so make a handle. You have an improvised knife. It might not be as good as your knife you'd like to carry, but it's definitely a stabbing instrument. You have to improvise. You have to think outside the box in a survival situation. Reloading. I'm a big fan of reloading. I have 3 reloaders. Reloading is nice because you can pick and choose the caliber you want to reload at that time. You might have valuable primers and powder. So if you really need this certain caliber, you can go ahead and reload for that caliber. Reloading's a big plus. The ammo question came up. How to keep track of ammo. Say you issue ammo out to security people that are protecting the community. This ammo belongs to the community because it was scavenged. How are you going to keep track of it? Right up front, when you issue that ammo out, you say you give a guy 100 rounds of ammo. Tell him point blank, be up front with him, this ammo is community ammo. This doesn't belong to you. It's used to protect all of us. Have him sign for it in your little book, your records book. Issue him 100 rounds, have him sign for it. Tell him point blank, we will do spot checks on you. So make sure you're accountable for every round of ammo. They do it in the military. Do spot checks on him. Count his rounds, say, hey, you're good, annotate it in the book. Let's say he used 30 rounds up in a situation protecting the community. Go ahead immediately when that's done, count his rounds, document it, put it in the book. It also might come up as the leader of your security will tell everyone, hey, go ahead and use 10 rounds at the range. Make sure your zero's good and do a little training of 10 rounds. Annotate it in the book, 10 rounds used for training, so he's down to 90. If people know they're going to be accountable for stuff, they're going to make sure they take care of it and don't use it for their personal use, because it might be a situation where he's getting a little hungry and he's not getting enough food from the community. He takes 50 rounds of community ammo and trades it for something. He'll know when he's doing that this is not right, and you've already told him this is community use ammo only. The next question was, the big question is, how much ammo is enough? This question is going to need its own video, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll do one just on that. I'm going to give you what my take of it is, and then we'll discuss it. Thanks for watching.